Welcome back to List of, the channel where we catalog the weird, the wonderful, and the things that were right under our noses the whole time. You know that feeling when you lose your keys and you look everywhere under the couch, in the fridge, in the dog's mouth, only to find them in the lock of the front door? Now, imagine that, but instead of keys, it's an entire civilization. History is a bit like a messy bedroom. We build something amazing. We live there for a few centuries, and then, oops, we forget where we put it. Today we're looking at the list of lost cities rediscovered by accident. These aren't just ruins, they're the ultimate I told you so moments from the past. First up, the heavyweight champion of hidden in plain sight, Machu Picchu. In 1911, an American historian named Hiram Bingham III went hiking in the Peruvian Andes. He was actually looking for a different city called Vilcabamba. He's hacking through the jungle, sweating, probably questioning his life choices, when he runs into a local farmer named Melchor Artiga. Bingham asks, "Hey, have you seen any cool old buildings around here?" And Artiga, probably bored out of his mind, says, "Oh, you mean the giant stone city on top of that mountain? Yeah, it's right up there. My kid can show you the way." Bingham climbs up and finds one of the most breathtaking archaeological sites on Earth. The funny part, the locals never actually lost it. They were living there, farming on the terraces, and probably wondering why this sweaty American was acting like he'd just discovered fire. Bingham got the fame, the farmer got a tip, and the world got a tourist destination that requires a lot of sticker climbing. Speaking of things hidden by trees, let's talk about Angkor Wat. For the longest time, the Western world thought Angkor Wat was just a legend, like El Dorado or a functional printer. But in 1860, a French naturalist named Henry Mouat was wandering through the Cambodian jungle. He wasn't even looking for a city. He was looking for rare butterflies. Imagine being Henry. You're chasing a blue morpho with a net. You trip over a root, look up, and realize you're staring at the largest religious monument in the world. It's like going to the kitchen for a snack and finding a cathedral in your pantry. Mouat's journals brought the lost city to global attention, but again, the local monks had been using the site for centuries. To them, it wasn't a lost city. It was just that big building where we pray. Our third stop takes us to the desert, and a man who was basically the 19th century version of Mission Impossible. We're talking about Petra. By the 1800s, the Rose-Red City of Jordan was a ghost story told by Bedouins. No Westerner had seen it for 600 years. Enter Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, a Swiss explorer. He knew the locals were protective of the site, so he didn't just walk in and ask for a map. He spent years learning Arabic, grew a massive beard, and disguised himself as a traveling Muslim scholar named Sheikh Ibrahim. He told his guides he wanted to sacrifice a goat at the tomb of the prophet Aaron. While they were walking to the sacrifice, he accidentally noticed these massive ornate temples carved directly into the red cliffside. He had to play it cool. He couldn't go, "Oh wow, look at that architecture." He had to act like he'd seen 1,000 cliff cities before. He eventually wrote about it, and today, Petra is famous for being the place where Indiana Jones found the Holy Grail. Burckhardt didn't find the Grail, but he did find a heck of a souvenir. Now, let's get wet. Truly, deeply wet. Let's talk about Heracleion. For centuries, historians thought the Egyptian city of Thonis Heracleion was a myth mentioned in a few ancient Greek texts. It was the Atlantis of Egypt. Then, in the year 2000, a French underwater archaeologist named Frank Gaudio was looking for French warships from the Battle of the Nile. Side note, if you want to find something cool, apparently you just have to look for something else. Gaudio's team was scanning the seabed when they found a giant face staring back at them through the murky water. It turned out to be a massive statue of a god. They had accidentally stumbled upon an entire city that had been swallowed by the Mediterranean 1,200 years ago due to earthquakes and soil liquefaction. They found gold coins, 64 shipwrecks, and 16-foot-tall statues. It's the ultimate sunken treasure story, minus the talking crabs and singing mermaids. But not all lost cities are under the sea or hidden by vines. Some are just stuck in the middle of a political nightmare. Welcome to the ghost city of Ani. Way out on the border of modern-day Turkey and Armenia lies what was once the city of 1001 churches. In the 10th century, Ani was the capital of the Bagratid Kingdom of Armenia and rivaled Constantinople and Baghdad in beauty and power. Then came the Mongols. Then came earthquakes. Then came a century of border disputes that turned the city into a militarized no-man's land. For decades, you literally couldn't go there without getting shot at. It became a lost city because it was too dangerous to remember. It was rediscovered by the world at large when tensions eased slightly, revealing a haunting landscape of crumbling red stone cathedrals standing alone in the middle of a grassy plain. It's beautiful, it's lonely, and it's a reminder that sometimes we don't lose things, we just build fences around them. Finally, we head north, where the weather is cold and the history is, well, also cold. The Qualsay Church ruins in Greenland. During the Middle Ages, the Vikings had a thriving colony in Greenland. They built houses, farms, and this beautiful stone church at Qualsay. Then, around the 15th century, the Norse Greenlanders just disappeared. Gone. Poof. The last written record of the colony was a wedding at Qualsay Church in 1408. After that, silence. When Danish-Norwegian explorers went back in the 1700s to find their lost cousins, they found nothing but ruins and empty fields. The accident here was the realization that an entire branch of Western civilization had simply blinked out of existence because the climate got a bit too chilly and the supply ships stopped coming. The ruins are still there today, standing as a silent monument to the fact that even the toughest Vikings can't win an argument with a glacier. So, what have we learned today? Mostly that if you want to be a famous explorer, you should probably go looking for your car keys or a specific type of butterfly. You might just bump into a lost empire. The world is a lot bigger than we think, and sometimes the greatest treasures are just waiting for someone to take a wrong turn. If you enjoyed this trip through the lost and found bin of history, do us a favor, hit that like button. It helps our channel get discovered, much like a lost city in the jungle, but with fewer mosquitoes. Subscribe to a list of 4 more deep dives into the things you didn't know you were missing, and let us know in the comments. If you were going to build a secret city, where would you hide it? I'm leaning toward behind the giant pile of laundry in my bedroom. No one ever looks there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next list.